Apple shares have been picking up some steam. In August, up nearly 13%. The company reportedly beefing up its AI offerings with new consumer devices. Join us now, Tony Wang, T. Rowe Price portfolio manager. Did you ever waffle, Tony? Did you ever think, wow, this is different this time for Apple when it was pulling back a little bit? That's always been a mistake.
Yeah, I think that at the end of the day, you have to think that Apple is still the ecosystem provider. Everyone is still using iPhones. As long as people aren't leaving the ecosystem, it continues to have a lot of optionality. And I think, they don't have to be first to market, and often they aren't, but they often refine the product and deliver a really good experience. So I think that's what Apple's trying to do here.
One of the things that you mentioned is the cost of intelligence is basically going to zero. If it costs nothing, how do you make money? What's the implication for all these companies then?
Yeah, I think that's what is going to be really interesting, is that the cost of intelligence, I think, is going to zero. When you think about what you need to hire a bunch of technical engineers or a lot of salespeople, now can be done with agents and vibe coding. And so I think that's going to be a big change here, is that, the existing companies need to retool their business models, and it's going to create a lot of new entrants. You're seeing that in the private markets, a lot of new software companies. And I think going forward, it's going to expand a lot of creativity. It's going to be the best idea wins. And so I think it's going to be an exciting new kind of innovation cycle that we're heading into.
So Apple's got a lot going for it. You figure it'll be okay in terms of AI, even if it's a little behind. Who's ahead right now? We have that discussion a lot, and there's a piece in the Journal today that's a little bit of, I guess, disappointment about GPT-5 and others. What's your favorite?
Yeah, I think Apple still has a play here. I think they can do a lot, in terms of, potentially partnerships, M&A. They said they were more open to that, I think, on the last call. And they have a lot of capital to deploy here, and ability to integrate into their products. And so I think that they still have a lot of ways to deliver really premium experiences on the AI front. In terms of who I think is leading, I think that ChatGPT is really kind of breaking away from the pack in terms of usage, the personalized experience, the amount of capital they're raising. But it's going to be, there's going to be multiple models that I think that do well. I think Anthropic on the coding side. So I don't think that's going to be one model rule them all. But in terms of consumer engagement, definitely ChatGPT is off the charts here.
So if consumer products come from all this AI, is Apple in a position to lead as well for, I don't know, home security AI robots, whatever you can come up with? I figure Tim Cook is probably thinking about it.
Yeah, well, what's exciting about this AI space race is that, I think about it as the space race is going to multiple moons. It's not just one use case. You think about robotics, I think Tesla is going to that one, and autonomous driving. I think Apple's really, more focused on delivering personal premium experiences on the kind of, iPhone side or mobile computing side. And I think they have a lot of different TAMs they can go into, but they don't have to go into autonomous driving, for example. And they have a big opportunity within, personal computing. So I think about it as a lot of different avenues, a lot of different swim lanes. And that's what's exciting, I think, about each of these large companies, that they can roll out AI to their consumer base.